Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond Boundaries with Lisa Richmond. I'm Lisa Richmond, and this is Tarot Tuesday. So we are moving into eclipse season here. September, about 17th, 18th is when we're feeling it. So I'm not an astrologer. I say this every week, pretty much. I'm not an astrologer. I don't pretend to be, but I sure follow it because I've realized that there's so much about what's going on in our sky, planetary alignments, star systems that really truly affect us, especially the high vibrational beings that are here watching this video. And it really does make a difference in our energy and the collective energy field. So just like when we can feel the difference in a full moon or a new moon, when we have a huge energy shift, something like the eclipse, we really feel it. So eclipse energy, we are having a lunar eclipse here on the 17th, 18th to kick off eclipse season. And the lunar eclipse is North Node in Aries, South Node is in Pisces. So we're kind of like, this eclipse season is like half Aries, half Pisces. Yet when we move into eclipses in 2025, it's going to be full send Pisces. So right now, what that means is that we are doing some out with the old, in with the new. And that's kind of been our theme for September, is wrapping up old energies, wrapping up the energies that feel like we are done, like we're done. Like this old relationship came right back in, or this old person, this old energy came back in, and I was given the opportunity to decide exactly what I want to do with it. Do I want them in my life, or do I not want them in my life? Right? So eclipse is giving us the opportunity to really sort through that, but it's also like giving us this surge of energy, this surge of knowingness. Like, I feel like it's a common thread that we're all like, we're on the precipice of something huge, something big is about to happen. And that can look like a multitude of different things for people. It's connected into the deep divine feminine. We could be doing a lot of like goddess work, and that like the real like soul driven part of ourselves, the real like, let's dig in deep to see what we can find. So I'm going to dig in a little deeper to that with Thoughtful Thursday, and I'm going to do some channeling and stuff. So tune into Thoughtful Thursday for that. But today we're going to do a card pull for our lunar eclipse, okay? And how to kind of get through what energies are going to be showing up. What are the kind of things that we're going to be dealing with? So I'm going to start off with the Animal Oracle. Then I'm going to go into my Light Seers Tarot. And then I found that a Balance Oracle was due. How are we going to balance our energy, and what do we need to know, okay? So let's call in Spirit and see what the cards are going to say. Divine Guidance Team, please allow any messages to come through today for the greatest and highest good of all involved, from and only from the highest consciousness available. And may we be surrounded by love, ease, and grace today. Excuse my voice. I'm raspy. It sounds worse than it is, really. A little bit of a virus. Kids are back to school. All right, Spirit. What Animal Oracle card do we need to see today? Really connecting. Animal energy is really, really strong right now. So if you're seeing a lot of repeat animal symbolisms, take note and see what it means to you. Okay. Okay, we've got the Parrot. Listen intently to understand. The imagery on this card is really beautiful. Very, very colorful. There's some love. There's the rainbow. There's the heart center that's really showing up. So I don't know if anybody has seen any parrot, or if this type of parrot energy is coming through. Really look at the symbolisms though, because there's so much color happening here. And I'm wondering if that's kind of what this is about. Okay. When you receive this card, you're being asked to listen with your heart and soul in order to understand what people are really saying. I knew this was going to be it. Repeating things, if you're feeling like you have to repeat yourself often or you're having to get people to repeat yourself, sometimes it's hard to understand what people are really saying with when you only hear it once. My counselor once told me it takes the average person like 4 to 7 times to like get the person to repeat it back in order for you to truly hear what they're saying. Right? So it's like, I'm hearing you say this. And the person's like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. Okay, try again. Like, really give to me what you're trying to say. Because I feel like we get ourselves into big trouble when we lean too heavily on assumptions. Okay. Right. Use all your senses to know what they are truly imparting and what is going on inside of them. You may discover more than you thought possible. You're also being reminded that the archangels work through color. When you wear a bright color or choose one for your home or workplace, the angels can radiate their light and their lessons through the vibration of color. How beautiful is that? You are on earth to learn everything you can while in the physical body. So take every opportunity that appears and hone your gifts and demonstrate them whenever you can. So that's a beautiful message from Spirit, from the parrot. So if you're seeing bright, vibrant colors, so this is really saying like in this energy where there can be a lot of mixed vibrational energy, really zone in on the things that resonate on a high frequency, okay? Also, one thing that has come through a lot is be aware or attune to the vibrations that feel out of alignment. So if you're listening to a message that's coming in or you're listening to what somebody's saying, even if it's not directly at the words, you can feel the vibration in which the message is being relayed, and you can decide whether or not you resonate with that or whether you don't. It's not good, bad, or other. It's just in a resonance. If you're looking to connect into the highest vibrational, energetic frequency in which you resonate, ask your guides and your higher self to allow you to be brought into that high vibration so that when you're hearing something that is resonating at a lower vibration or out of alignment with you, you can really feel it and then decide, yeah, no, I don't want to take part, or just give it space for what it is. Allow it to be what it is. So this is beautiful. Thank you, Parrot Energy, for coming in. Okay, let's ask Spirit to come in and show us this message today through the tarot cards. Spirit, what message as a collective do we need to hear about this eclipse, this big, bold energy? There is an energy coming in. There's an energy that might be right here that is a big change. There's something that is big that is shifting, coming in. Monumental, they're saying. Wow, that's a big word. Monumental. Okay, what do we got here? 4 cups. Wow, and Hanged Man. So the 4 cups came out with the Hanged Man. This is interesting because I'm like, there's something big. We can feel it, something big. But this card comes in. First of all, the imagery of the 4 cups also has the rainbow coming in through one of the cups here. And this card shows, like, when it comes in, it's like boredom. It's like the same old waiting, kind of lethargic energy. And if the number 4 has come in a lot for you, if you're seeing a lot of the number 4, it's like, how can you create a good balanced schedule? How can you get your things kind of aligned so that you're ready for it? Now, the 4 cups isn't always the best card, like the most like boom, like sun card of the deck, but it's showing like sometimes the work that needs to be done isn't the most exciting, right? But when we're waiting. This is a waiting. Like, look, the Hanged Man came out with the 4 of Cups. These 2 cards are cards of waiting. Now, the 4 of Cups shows a little bit more of like boredom, waiting. It's kind of like, it says in the write-up a little like bratty energy, and I don't necessarily resonate with that. I think the word brat is kind of a trigger word for me anyway. But you can see even in the vision, like she's just like, ugh. But here's the thing. When you're waiting, the Hanged Man is when you're waiting for this big energy to take part. And I keep saying like this monumental, this big energy, this big change is coming in. We're sitting here waiting. right? We're waiting for it to happen. The thing about this is we can wait all we want. We can wait all we want for this to come in. If we don't look at it from another, that's another hangman, is waiting, but changing your perspective on it, okay? Spirit doesn't go on a timer. Spirit refuses to work on a timer. It doesn't work that way. We are so attached to timing here that when this change energy comes through, it is on a divine timer. It is on a divine timing. And so we have to be able to use that energy for our greatest good. So how can we set up our life in order to best serve us? So if we're going to go through, let's say there is a big change coming through, which I know there is, how are we going to best serve ourselves and our frequency, our energy, and our home life, our life here on earth, to best serve us for this change? It can be like right down to the very physical things, like getting your house in order, cleaning out the closet, getting rid of all the summer stuff, putting the summer stuff away, bringing in fall, winter stuff, doing that change, making sure that our schedules are really set up, checked, double checked. I know that's kind of a boring energy. That doesn't light us up for a lot of us, but it's very important. Okay. When this change energy is coming through, we want to make sure that we're set up for it. Do we have groceries in the fridge? Is our house nice and clean? Do we, just so that we can say, okay, we've got this checked off the list, anything that's remaining in our list of things to do, so that that is something that's off the table for whatever this change energy is that's coming in, so you're best set up for it. So I love the saying, as soon as you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So looking at this waiting energy from a different perspective, being like, this gives me an opportunity to get some things checked off the list. All right. So that's the 4 coming out with a Hanged Man, because you're in this waiting for this change to happen, but you got to kind of change the way that it is showing up for yourself, so that you're in the best energy that you can. That was a follow. Let's see. Spirit, what other? Okay, we have the moon, which I knew we were going to get because this is an eclipse reading and it's a lunar eclipse. And the moon energy is so big, so big. Okay, and then the 7 of Wands. I don't read reverse, so we're going to do the 7 of Wands. Okay. So, I mean, this pull isn't necessarily easy, but this energy isn't easy. It's not an easy energy to work with. There's a lot going on under the surface, and this is explaining it. Okay, so the moon card, number 18, understand that the Hanged Man and the moon card are both major arcana. And when you have the major arcana cards that come in, that means that it's coming in with more energy, right? More speed, a bigger energy. It's the focal point, okay? So the moon energy, hey, we're doing an eclipse reading right now. This is moon energy. What is under the surface? What is hiding in the shadows? And it is all surfacing for us to be able to see it, okay? The moon energy, when we are looking into this eclipse energy, this eclipse is all about allowing ourselves to, like I said last week, wrap up old karmas, create this change energy in our life. There's so much happening in the cosmos. There's so much happening in our sky that it is illuminating a lot onto our earth. But because of the eclipse, the sun moves in and blocks that moon energy. When the full moon, when it's eclipsed, it's shadowed. Okay, so this moon card is all about the shadows. And it's not about fearing the shadow. This is not fear energy. It is that upheaval energy. What is under the surface? What is it that we are taking a look at, checking off the list, wrapping up, tying up, so that it is no longer going to influence us on this ascension? Okay. They're also saying, like, flip side of the coin. Okay. So where there's light, there's also shadow. So when you're saying, okay, be really cognizant about the things that are showing up that are really shiny and exciting, that's great. But make sure you're going into it knowing that everything has 2 sides. There's a yin, there's a yang, there's a sun, there's a moon, there's a masculine, there's a feminine. Allow yourself to see all aspects. when this, opportunity comes in. Maybe it's a travel opportunity, maybe it's a new job or career opportunity. Be really excited about it, feel it, bring it in, and then look at how this is going to play out in all areas of my life. There might be some parts of it that it's like, okay, well, this is going to come with a little bit of shadow, or this is going to come with a little bit of sadness or pain of letting something go in order to make space for this. Allow yourself to feel all feelings from it. Okay. And then take a look as well, like she's going underwater, but see how her hand is still connected to that energy of the moon underneath the surface. You're still connected to that illumination. Keep your heart connected and allow this change energy to take place without high expectations of exactly what you want or you think it should provide for you. Okay. What else? I wanna another card. I want to pull another card for this moon. Spirit, what other card can you show me for this moon energy? Okay, Two of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, balance. This is so what it is. The light, the dark, the masculine, the feminine. The Two of Pentacles is all about balance. Okay, so this is work hard, play hard. Make sure that you have an integrated balance in your life when you're bringing through this energy. I really feel that this is all about, in this eclipse that we're about to see, we're about to feel, we're going to see what is coming in with this big change energy and receive it with balance. Okay, so if it's something that's requiring you to have a lot of a masculine energy as far as like doing, right? Like exerting a lot of energy, placing a lot of stuff forward, like go time energy, make sure it's balanced with the right amount of feminine that you can, and the moon energy is very feminine. So the right amount of feminine so that you can rest and you can recover and you can rejuvenate in order for you to be able to go hard. So make sure you're getting lots of sleep. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Make sure you're taking that time for meditation so that it's not just go time, right? You will run out of juice if you're not allowing the balance to come in. Okay. And also when you all of a sudden get this opportunity, it's going to require you to do all this stuff. How can you create balance with the rest of your life that you're not going to be tipping the scales too far on one side, right? Where are you putting enough time for your family or for you or for your furry little friend, your pets, or, like making sure that all aspects have that great and equal balance of light and dark. And when you look at the moon card imagery, you have that white wolf and that dark wolf, and that is an indication of that balance as well. So this is all about really strong balancing energy, making sure that you're creating balance. And when you go into the cards that were before with the Hangman and the Four of Cups, if you've gotten your checklist done and you've gotten all that stuff finished first, that might not be the most wonderful energy. You're able to create more balance. You're able to have the space to create balance, okay? And then moving into the Seven of Wands. Here's the thing. When you've come out of that big change energy and all of a sudden you're this enlightened soul, you're resonating on this really high frequency, there might be outside energies that doesn't resonate, and that's fine. The more that this change happens and the more that, that certain energy is arising, raising up their frequency, then in order for it's almost like the other energy will come through on that flip side. I don't want to say positive or negative or better or worse. It's just like a higher vibration, like a fifth dimensional and a third dimensional, okay? Not better or worse, just one's a higher frequency and one's more of a dense frequency. So as we do this change, as we bring in this big change for ourselves, we're going to have outside energies that might not align with that. And how that looks is if it's people who are really close to you, like family members, and they don't understand, they might come back at you with, you've really changed. Or you said that you were going to always do this and look at you not showing up. And, like that projection energy. And this Seven of Wands is like, protect your energy. You have all that power. Seven is such I don't want to say angelic, it's such a high frequency number. It's such a soul spirited number with that. When you see a lot of sevens are indicated that you're in that spiritual, you've had that spiritual awakening. The Seven of Wands indicates a really strong spiritual awakening. And this might be your third, fourth, fifth big major spiritual awakening is what I'm feeling. It's like, This isn't the first time, right? You are upgrading like crazy with this energy. This eclipse energy is bringing you massive upgrades. Okay. But protect that energy, hold that energy in like a protection. You are guiding that, you're guarding that with your heart, with your soul, with your spirit. And you can see that. You can see her power source coming from her third chakra is illuminating here. That's your power source. That is connecting to that spirit, that soul energy. And she is in her knowing. She is sitting there and she knows her knowing. And she's got this beautiful protective energy around her. And the swords that are trying to poke through, they can't get through when she knows her power. You create your container to hold your energy strong. Doesn't mean that you have to completely like cut people out, but you can hold them at as much distance as you want. And this might take some integration. So they're also saying this is about integrating your energy. So if you need to step away a little bit from a lot of that energy afterwards to integrate the downloads that come through from this eclipse, you're going to need to take time and maybe do some channeled writing, maybe some channeled recording through your voice. And all of this will allow that energy to integrate without outside forces coming through to affect your energy. So protect your energy, make your boundaries clear. And the more that you practice using your boundaries, the better it is. Okay. So this is a very structured reading in order to create a harmonious integration from this big energy. Okay. Because if it just moves in and we're not prepared for it, it can be way more difficult to have that balance and to create the boundaries. Okay. So that's what this reading is all about for you. So, wait, hold on. They're giving me something else for the 7 of Wands here. Okay. So they're saying that through the 4 cups, through the moon, the 2 of pentacles is going to allow you to create that boundary for the 7 and to go back to past affirmations that you might have had in the past that allow you to keep in your energy. I'm going to see what the affirmation is that they give you, because I want you to really listen to what this affirmation is and maybe even write it down so that you can continue with it. My wands, cups, wands. Here we go. It's funny because every tarot deck does it in different order, which is funny. I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into the world. So this big incoming energy of success that is coming in, and it shows up in so many different ways, right? It can be success within relationship, career, financial, success and personal achievements that one's done, a move, a change. Like, it's big energy. Eclipse isn't just the energy of the moon, like the full moon or the new moon. It is intensified. Okay. And with the Pisces energy, it's very spiritual. And that's why the 7 is coming up. It's a very spiritual, it's a very big spiritual awakening coming into your knowing, your center. That is what this energy is. That is what this eclipse energy is coming into this deep knowing, your depth that you've had to work to dig in deep to find what it is that's there. And that big change energy that comes, it's that you are deserving of this success. And I will bravely shine my light into the world, where it's like we don't hide our power anymore. We do not dim our light to make other people feel comfortable. This spiritual awakening is about standing up and shining your light bright and unapologetically showing it to the world in whichever capacity that resonates for you. Okay? So they didn't want you to value the power of that 7. Okay. Now, balance for this eclipse. Now, balance is important. Obviously, I knew balance. That's why this deck was glowing, because I knew it was going to be about balance. And sure enough, that 2 of Pentacles came, and that's a balance card. Okay. Spirit, what would you like to see? How would you like to leave this message for our viewers as far as balance goes? Just one card would be plenty. Calm and chaotic. Okay. So as you can see, the imagery of this card is, it almost feels chaotic. It's the number 4 again. So we have 4. So if we've been seeing a lot of 4s and 7s lately, this is the energy of the eclipse. Okay. So to balance out calm versus chaotic, this is exactly what the energy is for this spiritual awakening that is taking place within this eclipse. This eclipse is all about the spiritual awakening. It's about waking up the depths, that divine aspect of self. And when we watch what's going on around, I talked about it before, about that chaotic energy that's going on. If you're in the pinnacle, if you're in the center of it, you're able to ground yourself in your knowing and all of the things that you put in place prior so that you could experience this to the greatest degree. Okay, so I'm going to read what they say. And if any of these words resonate with you at all, let me know in the comments below. Okay. Each morning, we are gifted an opportunity to consciously choose to be calm and to feel happy. This doesn't mean that every second of the day will be filled with soft music, stress-free encounters. Actually, calm is a state of mind, and mental awareness has influence over our bodies, connections, and emotions. You have the power to conquer the outside noise and the mayhem that comes to the surface in the midst of struggles. As you begin to establish a meditation practice, and quiet and empty spaces of release will become stronger and stronger. The quiet and empty spaces of release will become stronger and stronger. Okay? Start by taking a few minutes a day to try to quiet the thoughts. I call it white paging them. Quiet the thoughts that arise. Sitting in stillness consistently every day will help you build tranquility. There are many tactics and techniques that you can implement throughout your day to reach or reboot serenity. Deep, long, and slow breaths can also help. Chaos is a part of life. It could come unexpectedly, even when you are in your highest spiritual groove. Disruptions, obstacles, and sudden traumatic events can lead you into a dark spiral. Okay? When the part of you that has been nourished and nurtured is strong, the outer challenges will be less damaging. Your inner wisdom is there to support and guide you when you need direction. Trust that chaos is temporary and the strength you've gained through spiritual connection is permanent. Lean into trust and breathe. That's very much like the 7 of Wands energy, you guys. It's like creating your calm, your eye of the storm, your knowing, and then create that like strong boundary around yourself so that outside chaos isn't going to damage your space. Okay, so this is very much like the 7 of Wands. So it's a very big theme for this reading, obviously. So if you're finding that this eclipse is bringing chaos, remember that you have all the tools to bring yourself into a balanced alignment. That's what this is all about, digging in and finding your true core self. Maybe even doing some third chakra meditation, really vamping up your personal power, digging in deep, even under the surface. Moon card, right? Dig under the surface in order to surface the things that need to be seen, illuminated, cleaned off, and worked with so that you can create this balance and then like hold in and zone in on this power, okay? I'm going to talk more about the eclipse energy on Thursday, so make sure you tune in for that. And if you haven't already gone to avalonspirit.com to book a reading with me, it is open. My readings are open. So head to avalonspirit.com. It's all, when you go there, it's a bunch of clicks. So go to avalonspirit.com. It's all about Avalon's kind of energy. Where I am, I'm a bit hard to find. You have to go into the menu, go under readings and experiences, then under journey guides, and you go all the way down, and there I am. So you click on me, then you click on my calendar, and you click on book. So that's where you have to go, unfortunately. I'll try to get the like direct link from that into my comments. So go under my comments and try to find that. And I have two different readings or two different offerings. So you can either book a 45-minute reading, which is the one-on-one. So I do a Zoom link. We're face-to-face. I don't use cards. I do direct messaging from your guides, mediumship. It's all different every time. So that's a one-on-one reading. Or you can book a personalized session where you get a 30-minute intuitive channel directed straight to you that I record, much like this. And then you get a personalized link that is yours forever, that you have. You go in and you can watch this personalized channel for you whenever you want. And then with it also comes a 30-minute channeled sound healings where I use my bowls and sound channeled from spirit and your guides that goes along with your reading. So you get two links that are given to you and you have for life. Okay. So both of those you can choose under readings and experiences, Lisa Richmond, you can find. There's a whole write-up. So if you have any questions, all my handles are in the description and you can just contact me and I will help you out if need be. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in and I will see you next week. Thanks everybody.